show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise the bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out and surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never been to a show like this. I'ma give you something to remember forever. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Ay, I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform, it's just...
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. They find some open field here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And 22 more yards there and another first down. A nice throw there for the first down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but You got to think, a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially since you and I both know he's watched this game since he was, what, 4, 5, 6 years old and dreamed of playing in it. In fact, his family sent us some of those videos of he and his family in the backyard playing their Turkey Bowl games themselves. So now he's going from the backyard to the big stage, and here he is.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They'll set up to throw. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched him on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
A throw left side to start out, that's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out.
Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they pull off the season sweep. On 2nd and 9, Fields. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap, Fields. That's complete right side to Lazard. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down and put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Allen Lazard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you're playing on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership. And leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win. But we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with the W.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's Fields. He'll get this to Lazard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Play action. It's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
I've heard you say that so much of being a great inside linebacker is diagnosis. And that time he diagnosed things instantly, made a beeline for the football.
On 2nd and goal. Fields sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Aiden Hutchinson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They're going to look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is, you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Lions' 21-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Fields.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye.
And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run forward with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Santos with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it, show him what he's made of.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw here. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, the incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught on the sideline. And he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? An explosive 38-yard pickup.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call. As as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
There's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here this close to their goal line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now on first down, he's going to sneak it. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The second down and 10th there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On second down, Montgomery. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Fields. Will get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, 46 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Bears 24, Lions nothing. Carlos Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. He'll look to throw. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
2nd and 9 now. And now here is another interception. Kyler Gordon picks it off. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 20. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Oh, they'll try the jet sweep here with Lazard. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. You know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And some room to maneuver. Trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So close, couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Santos with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a 1st after a gain of about 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
On the end around, here comes Williams. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And the kick is good, so they avoid the shutout, but still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points, and this game is over. Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Chicago, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. It's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Photo poor, so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter.